All right, good afternoon, everyone, and happy International Women's Day. It's truly an honor to be here, surrounded by women who show up for their families, their communities, and perhaps most courageously for themselves. And it's especially meaningful to join you here in Bancroft at the beautiful Brewing Co. I love this building, first time I've been in here, with Maggie's Resource Center hosting this important celebration of women's strength, resilience, and empowerment. I must admit, when I was first asked to speak at this event, I had a moment of self-doubt. You all know that little voice in your head. Well, mine was telling me, I'm not worthy. What am I gonna say? I don't have anything of value to share. Then I recalled the words of the famous Canadian suffragist Nellie McClung. Women who set a low value on themselves make life hard for other women. I realized that my experiences have value, and my story, just like all of yours, is worth sharing. For those who may not know me, my story didn't begin with a title or a seat at a council table. When I first arrived in North Kawartha, I was a young ecotourism graduate from Fleming College. I didn't imagine that my summer job as a student septic inspector would lead me to my future husband, my future home, and eventually a future in public service. I ran for council in 2003, not because I wanted to be a community leader, but because I wanted to be useful and contribute to the betterment of my town. At the time, our community was divided, voices were tense, and the challenges were real. I was a small business owner who used to wonder, what am I getting for all these taxes that I'm paying? So, with no experience and a lot of determination, I put my name forward in the municipal election. I stood on the doorsteps of neighbors and strangers alike, knocking not just to earn votes, but to listen and to learn what mattered most to the people who call our community home. And that practice, that commitment to understanding, and that sense of caring has guided my leadership journey ever since. When I first joined council, I was the youngest and I was the only woman, and that lasted for almost 20 years. Being the only woman, thank you. It's not the same now, I do have a couple other women with me. Being the only woman often meant being the voice raising questions no one else thought to ask. It meant advocating for fairness, transparency, and compassion when it wasn't always popular. It meant trusting my instincts when others doubted them. I may have been the only woman at the council table, but I wasn't the only woman in the room. I was fortunate to work alongside many incredible female powerhouses. The CAOs, the clerks, the treasurers, the presidents of our local community organizations, the many volunteers on boards and committees. So many amazing, dedicated, hardworking female leaders that continue their good work today. In my time spent with these women, I saw the qualities women bring to leadership, like empathy, persistence, intuition, collaboration, and a certain stubborn strength. They're not just valuable, they are transformative. Women build bridges. Women heal divisions. Women create space for community where none existed before. My decision to run for mayor in 2018 stemmed from many things, not the least of which was the inspiration and support from all the women in my life. Today, I stand before you as one of the longest-serving council members in North Kawartha. I realize that my journey is my story, and that is my greatest strength. I know that leadership is simply service with courage. It's choosing to show up, choosing to care, and choosing to act even when you feel overwhelmed or underestimated. And that is my message to all of you and to women everywhere. Your story is your power. Everything you've experienced, the victories, the heartbreak, the hard lessons, is fuel for your future. Community leadership begins with small actions. You don't have to run for office to change your town. Support other women without hesitation. One woman with courage is powerful. A community of courageous women is unstoppable. Yeah. Speaking of courageous women, I'd like to thank Maggie's Resource Center for their commitment to support and empower all women in our region. Maggie stands as a beacon of safety and hope for women facing unthinkable challenges. Their work reminds us that empowerment is not a luxury, it's a lifeline. To all women everywhere, you are more powerful than you realize. Your voices matter. Your actions matter. Your leadership matters. Happy International Women's Day. Let's continue lifting each other up today, tomorrow, and always. Thank you.